All right, I think we can get started. I want to start by saying thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this live. I am going to start by sharing my screen. So hopefully you guys will be able to see the slide, and I will be in the corner. You can probably move me around and make me smaller. So just give me a second and I'm going to share my screen. All right, so that's me in the corner. All right, let's get started. So welcome guys to Roadmap to a Successful Digital Product. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my secrets to launching your first digital product. And by the end of this masterclass, hopefully you're going to learn why digital products are so important, and you're going to learn how to create your own in 9 achievable steps. So of course, guys, make sure you watch until the end, because I'll have like a little surprise, like a little bonus, and you don't want to miss it. Make sure you watch until the end. But before we actually get started, as always, if you've seen any of my online course before, please make sure to turn off your phone and close all tabs on your computer and get rid of any distractions. You'll get way more value out of this masterclass if you are focused and not multitasking. So just close all tabs on the computer and maybe put your phone somewhere where you can't reach it. All right, so before we start, I wanted to ask you something. So first, let's face it, guys, if you're like me, if you're like most creatives out there, when it comes to digital products, you probably often get stuck not knowing where to start and struggle to commit. So let me know in the comment section if this sounds like any of you here. You've probably always wanted to sell your own digital product, but you don't know where to start. You've thought about opening an online store, maybe on a marketplace or on your own website, but you've never actually found the time to do it. You've created maybe a few digital products already. Maybe you're selling some products on Etsy, but you haven't sold as many as you wanted to. And you want to stop relying on client work only and getting more financial freedom. If this is you, I get you. I have been there. That was me. And you're ready to put in the work. So I'm pretty sure that if you guys are here, if you're watching this video, it's because you're ready. You feel like you want to put in the work and reap the rewards, but you just need that extra little push. Let me know if this is you, if any of those resonate with you. While you do that, I'm going to quickly introduce myself. If you guys don't know me, I'm Orly. I'm a designer, lettering artist who's been freelancing full-time since 2015. Also teach at university. So I've been teaching at Griffith University on the Gold Coast for nearly 7 years now. It's been a while. I only teach 1 day a week. And when I'm not working, you'll probably find me training pole fitness or surfing or taking a nap on the couch with my cat. That's me. But most importantly, guys, what you need to know about me is that I run a successful design business, and it focuses on custom typography and hand lettering. And recently, I've also started selling digital products. That's why we're here. And the truth is, diversifying my income has allowed me to double my revenue. So I now make double the amount of money that I used to when I wasn't making digital products and selling digital products. So now I have this beautiful life I honestly could never have imagined back when I was taking on client work only and nothing else. So let me share the full story with you guys. So for years, I've had many loyal customers that would give me steady design work, and everything was going great. So I didn't really spend time working on my portfolio, nor did I do any client prospect. Because of that, I started saying yes to all types of design jobs, and anything that would come my way, I would say yes, just in fear that maybe one day I wouldn't have any jobs coming in. So I would just say yes all the time. And regardless of how much it would pay, if it was really cheap, or even if I didn't like the project or not, I would say yes just to make extra money. And at some point, it even felt like I was working more hours, but I wasn't earning more, which was very annoying and very frustrating. And that was all until the pandemic happened. And of course, everything changed. We all know that 2020 had us face all similar challenges as the COVID-19 pandemic swept over the world and put many people into extremely difficult financial situations. And personally, all of my client work was put on hold. So I had literally no work to do. So during all this time, I had been just relying on one source of income, so client work, and I never could have imagined that this could end so suddenly. So I was left obviously with two options: try and find new client, or completely reinvent myself and try something new. So it felt very scary, but as you may have guessed, I went with the second option and decided to try something new. So you can see here how my income has changed. So before 2020, I was only just doing uni and client work, and now I have doubled my income, and that's all thanks to digital products and online courses that I have now started doing since 2020. The truth is, selling digital products online had always been in the back of my mind. Like, it always had been there. Like, I always knew it could be beneficial for me and that I should do it. But I was always the first one using the type of excuse like, I don't have time at the moment, but to finish this urgent job first, or one day when I'm done with this, I promise myself I will start working on creating a digital product. But we all know these are just excuses, and I actually have a solution for this. If you can find time to create and sell digital products, they will change the way you do business forever. And now I want you to imagine, how would it feel making sales while you sleep and not having to worry about slower months? That was me before COVID. I was always worried that my income would stop. I would stop making any revenue. But now I actually sell digital products every day, and I therefore don't have to worry so much about making money every month and getting clients in. So this is something that I really wish someone had taught me 8 years ago. And that's why I want to share that with you and share with you what I've learned. And this is definitely something I wish someone had taught me when I was just starting out. So creating and launching a digital product is the single most powerful and strategic way to grow your income as a freelancer. But don't just take my words for it. Here are some lessons from other successful designers and lettering artists out there who also sell digital products. So you guys probably know Snooze One. So he says, developing and selling digital products helped me diversify and give myself a more stable income. That took a lot of pressure off my shoulders when negotiating in commissions. Natalie Avalos from Triology, you might know her as well. She says that developing my own digital products has enabled me to make passive income on a regular basis. I'm a huge advocate for taking control of the way you make money as a business. Don't wait for projects to come to you. Instead, create your own opportunities. And Jimbo as well from Shoutbam, you guys know him, I'm pretty sure. He says that making digital products changed my life. As a designer, it's essential to diversify your income streams so you don't depend solely on client and being scared of low months. If I had to start my business from the ground up, I would start making digital products right away. I couldn't agree more. Just in case at this stage, guys, I want to make sure you know what I'm talking about when I say digital products. So in case you're still wondering, what exactly do I mean by digital products? I have compiled here a small list with some examples of money-making digital products that you too could create and start monetizing your skill with. And I have divided them into two categories. So I believe digital products can be divided into two categories, which is useful tools and useful resources. So useful tools are anything like preset filters or all those digital tools or fonts. You guys know this one, templates, anything like a website template, an email template, social media, Photoshop, graphics, so anything like icons or sticker sets and things like that, pattern, textures, and then you got stock photography. So all of these are examples of digital products that you, while you read them, you might be like, oh, I could do that. Like I've done that before, and this is something I know how to do. So therefore you could start selling it. And then you've got another type of digital product, which is useful resources. So these are a bit more complex, but they're anything like online courses, tutorials, webinar, workshops, or ebooks, workbooks with exercise and prompts. So these are a bit more complex, but they're definitely in the category of digital products. So in my course that I do, I teach my students how to make digital products. I always recommend, if you're new to this, trying useful tools first, and then once you get more comfortable, you go with the useful resources. But this is something I go over in my course. I help you choose the right product for your own skill level, for your own capabilities. So yeah, hopefully some of those digital products resonate with you, and there's digital products that you have created before and that you're thinking, maybe I could sell some of those. I also wanted to show you a couple of examples of my own digital products. So I have been selling digital products since 2020, so since COVID. And to tell you the truth, I started a little bit earlier, but I had only 1 or 2 products, wasn't working really well. But the truth is, those products that I started selling back in 2015, I still sell them to this day. So now that I'm putting a lot more effort into it, it's consistent. But just that goes to show that even a product that I didn't put any effort in, I still sell some to this day. So those products that you can see here on this slide are products that I put a lot of effort in, and I sell them every single day. Like there's not a day when I don't sell one of those products. So with my useful tools, I'm selling appropriate brushes, digital planners, and I'm also selling useful resources like my online courses. So you guys are probably familiar with those. If not, make sure to check out my website. And I also wanted to share with you digital product examples of the students that have already taken a course with me. So Vera, for example, she did my online course, Digital Product Secrets, with me earlier this year, and she created a Procreate brush set, which is now available on her website and on Design Cut and Creative Markets. So super proud of Vera. She did an amazing job. Stacy as well, she created some editable text templates. So they all are editable in Illustrator. So they're like big little vectors, templates that you can create badges, frames, and illustrations or quotes with them. And then Johannes, who created watercolor elements. So he actually went ahead and created all of those watercolor texture with real watercolor and scanned everything. And again, he did an amazing job. Now let's take a look at why you too should start selling digital product, and why I think you really need to get starting on it. So if you work for yourself, if you're a freelancer, you know how little control you have over how much work you get every month. And like I've just said, client work can be slow sometimes, or even stop suddenly, as I've experienced myself. And even with the best portfolio, the best self-promotion, or connections, you can never predict how much work you will get every month. And I'm pretty sure that if you started doing what you do, if you started freelancing or getting clients in the first place, that's because you wanted to have more flexibility and control over what you earn. That's why I believe that if you can have multiple income streams and not rely solely on client work, you can generate income more predictably and in turn focus on growing your business. So I've learned over the years how crucial being able to generate your own income can be when you're running a small business. So why digital products? It's pretty simple. First of all, they are digital, which means that you don't need to manufacture or store any physical products, which makes it a lot easier. They don't cost any money really, other than your own time to make. So it's just gonna take a bit of time. And they have no expiry date, which means they can be sold worldwide. which is great, and they don't require any maintenance. So once it's out there, it's out there. You don't really have much to do other than troubleshooting some occasional issues, which most of the time are the same, trust me. And they help you expand your own skill, add to your portfolio, and most importantly, they benefit your community, and therefore they can help you reach a bigger audience. So simply put, digital products are a simple way to make extra money because they're very, very easy to create, and they can be sold repeatedly online to anyone forever. What I believe makes learning how to sell digital products especially appealing is that they can be created once and sold repeatedly to different customers. And they are ideal for creatives like you looking for passive ways to make income, to make money online without having to replenish your inventory. Yeah, as you may have guessed, guys, creating the right digital product for your business will still require a fair amount of planning and research. And if you're anything like me, you like to know where you're going at all times. So lucky for you, I have broken down all this process into 9 easy steps, which I'm about to share with you right now. So let me take you through my roadmap for creating a digital product. So this is the actual roadmap that you will be seeing and doing in the course if you do my online course with me. So this is what you can expect from this course. So let's go through all the steps together. So the first step to creating a digital product is to create a vision board. So I believe it's a super important step because your vision board will help you have a general idea of what product you wish to create. And to begin with, you will definitely need to establish what skills you have and what level of expertise you have for each of those skills. And you'll need to figure out also why you want to sell this digital product that you're creating. So knowing your why means understanding why you do the things you do, the reason why you must do it. So as with most things in life, finding the perfect digital product to add to your business is going to be an experimentation game. And trust me, there are so many options out there to us designers these days that whatever you're good at, whatever skill you have and whatever you can do, I promise that there is a complementary income stream there for you. There is a product that you can create and monetize. The second step would be to nail your creative brief. So any design project should be guided by a brief, and this applies to digital products as well, of course. Writing a creative brief for your future digital product will help you put down into words what it is that you're trying to achieve, and it will force you to think strategically about what your digital product needs to accomplish. Yeah, so that's the next step, writing your creative brief. And you might change your mind along the way, but it's important to know where to start. And getting started with your creative brief right at the beginning is super important because it's going to capture the key information for your digital product, and you'll have an overview of your project without feeling overwhelmed. The third step would be to do all of your planning and your researching. As you guys may know, there is nothing scarier than staring at a blank page. I know I'm always intimidated by a blank page. That's why the more you can plan, the more you can organize your project in advance, the easier it will be to make it happen. So you want to have a checklist, like a step-by-step process for what you are creating. And when you have a system and a process in place, it makes it a lot easier to just know where you're at and tick boxes. And while it's easy to find a product that you love, finding a good digital product idea that actually sells is more of a process. So that's why before committing too much time in your digital product idea, you want to validate it and make sure it's solid. So you will need to determine what your target audience struggles with and how you can help them. So this is what we do in this step. We do all of the planning and all of the research. So we study our target market. The next step is to finalize what I called your product draft. So now let's say you've done the first 3 steps. You found the digital product you want to make. You have a pretty good idea in mind. You know where you're going. How do you actually create it? And of course, every digital product is going to have a different way you can create it and a different way you can sell it. But the thing is, I always like to start with a lot of sketching first. So the sketching for me goes something like this. First, I've got brainstorming, thumbnail sketches, refinement, and then the final draft. So your final draft should be your final idea put on paper or the first mock-up version of your product. I like to think of this product draft, this final draft, as the proof that I'm going to give my client before actually moving on to creating the actual product. No matter what type of product I'm creating, I always start with a lot of sketching, and then I try to create that final draft. So this stage, I believe, is super important because it's possibly the most difficult, just because that's the one where you have the most resistance. Getting started after staring at the blank page is always the most difficult. Once you get started and get the ball rolling, it's a lot easier to keep going. So then the next step is to actually develop your minimum viable product. The next step is actually implementation. So the final draft that you conceptualized in the previous step, now you have to make it real. And that's when all the ideas that you generated during ideation, sketching process are turned into something concrete. Turning your idea into something concrete will mean having to make important design decisions in order to create your minimum viable product. And this is something I help you with as well, because making design decision is absolutely scary, is very difficult. It's always difficult to commit and say, okay, my product is going to be like this and not like this. So this is something I help you guys with a lot in my course. I help you make all the decisions necessary. And a minimum viable product is actually just a version of a product with just enough features to be usable by early customers who can then provide feedback for future project development. And basically, it's the simplest core feature set of any product that allows the product to be used and tested and nothing more. The next step is to actually test, of course, and repurpose your product. So testing, as you may already know, is essential. Before you start selling and creating your product, you're going to need to test the usability of your product. So this is something that we go over in this step. So we get people to test our product. And then once this is done, that's when we can start repurposing our product. And repurposing a product is the practice of reusing elements of your existing product to create another product. So it could be that you bundle things together, or you just sell separate parts of it, or make it available in another app and things like that. So repurposed products are typically transformed into smaller products or transform into bigger products. And repurposing your product can be a very efficient way to make the most out of your product creation efforts. But this step is actually totally optional, but just something I recommend. I think is super valuable. The next step is to actually create killer presentation images. Digital products are easy to sell when they have the right visual contents. You're going to need to find an authentic way to connect with your customers through images that they respond to. So the best-selling products usually have a high level of energy and personality attached to them. Using visual images that are friendly, inviting, and with a lot of energy will ensure that the viewers can't help but to notice them. And if your images and description are all original and inventive, you'll be bringing more eyes on your digital product than ever. So this is a super important step, I believe, because obviously this is gonna make the difference between a product that sells and that doesn't. If your cover image, for example, is not attractive enough, people are not going to click on it, and therefore you're going to lose revenue. So this is something we work on and pay a lot of attention to in this step, working on your cover. And you want to create convincing presentation images that let your potential buyer know how your product will actually solve their problem. And if you can make them envision themselves using it by creating mock-ups and examples, that's even better. The next step, we're nearly there, guys, is to plan your marketing strategy. Probably one of my favorite steps. If you're here, it's probably because you've seen some of my work online, so it is working. Digital products are increasingly attractive. However, with millions of new digital products being created each year, there's an increasing amount of competition to grab people's attention. So this is no secret. Of course, if you want to be discovered, you're going to need to share your work, even if it seems extremely scary for some of you. I was the same, but now I share my work all of the time, and this is the only way to actually get noticed. At this stage, it's going to be time to share your work, no matter what, even if that's scary. And your goal with your marketing strategy is actually to introduce your new digital products to your audience, no matter how big or small. And you want to get people eager to buy your product, and you want to obviously have a strategy behind it and a plan. So you need to plan what information you're going to release and when, and how you can turn your product launch into something worth talking about. So this is what we go over in this step. That's your marketing strategy. And then lastly, of course, guys, that's when you can launch confidently. So if you've made it this far into the course or into the steps by yourself, and you're ready to launch your digital products, congratulations. Launching a digital product is a nerve-wracking experience. It's a lot of work, but how you proceed from this point will determine how successful your digital product will be. So no matter what you do, I want you to remember that there is never a perfect time or a perfect strategy to launch your product. It's more important to actually launch rather than striving for impossible imperfection. So there are many ways you can set up your storefront. Even if it's not perfect, I always recommend starting and launching sooner than you think. In this module, we're going to be going over the different type of storefronts. So you've got what I call custom storefront. So like your own website or pre-made storefronts, like any marketplace, like Creative Market, Design Cuts that you can see on those slides. And my advice, as always, is to set up multiple storefronts to get more eyes on your product and also see where it sells best. So hopefully you guys can see how helpful it is and powerful it can be to know the exact steps to create a digital product. So you've just seen those 9 steps. There are 9 steps that you can follow. You may be able to do them by yourself, but I have been through this. I know where people get stuck, and that's why I've made sure to divide everything into 9 steps, so 9 achievable steps. So if you're thinking of creating your own digital product, I hope you do, because they're definitely worth it. You could obviously try your own method and create a digital product without a plan and try and do what you've always done and maybe run the risk of being exactly at the same place this time next year, still with no product to sell and just trying to put your product out there. Or you've got obviously the second option, which is to commit to creating a digital product this year using a proven roadmap, using the roadmap that I've just shown you. So this is what I've been working on lately. I've been working on those 9 steps to help you guys create a digital product. So from start to finish, from creation, ideation, to actually creating it and to actually launching it and marketing it. So this is what I've been doing, digital product secrets. And if you're ready to make this year the year where you actually start creating and launching your first digital product, then I would love to invite you to my course, Digital Product Secrets. So it's the only online course of its kind that I know of that walks you through how to create and sell digital products so that you can sell online successfully. In this course, I'm here with you. I'm helping you individually because I believe that everyone's got different problems, different issues in this process, in this roadmap. Everyone's got different products as well, different skills and different questions. So that's why I have decided to make this course pre-recorded with all the videos, but then offer a weekly Q&A session where I will help you with all the stages of your digital product creation. So I wanted to just quickly go over the actual structure of the course. So the first part will be about planning your product. So that's the first 3 steps in the roadmap that we have seen. So in part one, we will actually identify your goal for this project. So we'll go over all the options you have, and I will help you choose the right product for you, and you'll create your own creative brief, and then you'll schedule time in your calendar so you know exactly what you have to do and when. And then in the second step, that's when we start creating our product. So that's the next 3 steps in the roadmap. In this part, I'll teach you all the steps to create a refined sketch and show you how to make final design decisions to finish your hero piece. So I'll help you make it a real thing, make it happen. And then in the last step, that's when we start selling our product. And in this part, I will share with you my best kept secret tips to present your work in the best possible way online. So that's when we go over how to market your product, how to film your videos and how to edit them, all the type of videos that you actually see on my Instagram page. That's what we do in this part. So yeah, if you're thinking of enrolling, guys, I would recommend doing it soon, because if you do it before June 1st, so before next week, you actually get access to my 9 weekly Q&A sessions with me at no extra cost. And after that, I won't have any live Q&A sessions. So if you don't want to miss out on this Q&A session, make sure you enroll before June 1st. And you also save $100 with that launch discount. So yeah, super good offer. And also, most importantly, I believe the sooner you can get started, the sooner you'll start making money. So the sooner you can start uploading your product out there, the sooner you'll start making money. It's just as simple as that. And like I said to you earlier, I'm still selling products that I started selling back in 2016. So yeah, and of course, guys, there's a 100% money back guarantee on this course. So you're protected with a 100% risk-free money back guarantee. I won't go into a sales pitch, but I honestly understand the risk. It's a lot of money, and investing in an online course like that, it feels very scary, especially if you don't know me. You work hard for your money, and I don't want to waste it on something that isn't what was promised. That's why I'm offering a money back guarantee. But I am super proud of the product I create. I know that anyone who buys them will be able to implement my strategies and will be thrilled with their purchase. I know, because I've already done it. So I've already done this course with 30 students, and they all loved it. And this is what they have to say. Vera, for example, she said that Digital Product Secrets was exactly the course I needed to push me in the right direction to create my first digital product. I knew I could create a digital product, but I never realized that there were so many moving parts. And if I was to do it on my own for the first time, I'm sure I would have so many hiccups along the way, and that I may have ended up giving up. And then Stacy, she says, all this personable, fun, and professional, her professional teachings made this course something I look forward to every week. I highly valued its accountability to my project and the fact that it didn't just have a one-size-fits-all approach. If you need accountability, time management, reassurance, design secrets, great banter, and good vibes, you've come to the right place. Thank you, Stacy. And then Johannes says, I did it. I really released my first digital product, and I couldn't be more proud and happier that I went through with it. Already planned everything to the last detail, and as the course progressed, she took a lot of notes and our feedback to finesse her course to bring you the next generation maximum value. And this is true. I have made a lot of changes after listening to their feedback. He also says that my goal was simple. I wanted to earn at least the money that I spent on the course with his digital products, and I nearly doubled that in one day. So that's awesome. So yeah, I think we're nearly done there. If you guys are interested and want to know more about this course, which is starting next week, you can find more information on my website, which is academy.auréliemaron.com/digital product secrets. So Celine will also put the link in the chat. If you want to check it out, you can go and click the link right now. She's probably already done it. I know she's onto this type of things. And yeah, do you guys have any questions? That was a lot of talking. I'm going to stop the sharing so I can see the chat. Here's the link. Did we get any questions? Will the recording be shared after? Yes, recording will be shared, and we will add captions as well. So if my accent is a little bit tricky to understand, how many minutes is this masterclass? So in total, you get 8 hours of pre-recorded videos with the masterclass. And you also get, of course, if you enroll before June 1st, you get 9 sessions with me. And usually the session goes between half an hour to an hour, but could be more if we need to chat for longer. You get more than 40 activities. So with each lesson, you actually get an activity. So you know exactly what you need to do, what's the next step in creating your product. Thank you so much for this 1 hour live Q&A day and time. So the first Q&A will start on June 3rd, on Friday, June 3rd at 8 a.m. AEST. So that's Brisbane time. But depending on how many people are enrolled and where they're from, I could do it on a different time of the day. I will check with everyone that's enrolled to see what works best, but I'm going to try and keep them all on Friday morning at 8 a.m. AEST, but we might be able to adjust if needed. Do you have to complete it within a specific time frame? So with your digital product, I recommend trying to start with a small digital product that you know you can achieve within 9 weeks. But in saying that, it could be that you need more time, and usually people need more time to create their product. I think 9 weeks is a good time frame, because that way you'll be able to really get all of my feedback. I'll be able to see everything that you've done, and I'll be able to check that everything works correctly. But then everything that you've learned, everything that you've done, every step of the roadmap, you'll be able to reapply that to any other future product. So if you start with a small product in this course, it could be that you reuse everything that you've learned for a bigger product, like an online course in the future, for example. But you can take as much time as you need. Usually people need more time. 9 weeks goes really fast. I'm trying to see. Did I miss any question?
You just got one. Will the Q&As be recorded?
Yes, so the Q&A will be recorded. They will be uploaded, I think, to the Facebook group. I'll upload them to the Facebook group. So you guys, when you enroll, you get access to a Facebook group as well, where you can share feedback, ask questions all week long, and I can get in touch if needed. So I think all of the Q&As will be recorded and then uploaded to Facebook. I'm not sure if I can be there every time. Yes, yeah, it will be recorded for sure. All right, any more questions? Will you be talking about using Instagram for marketing in the course? Is Instagram still a useful tool? Yes, I talk about Instagram, but not just Instagram, of course. I believe that you shouldn't rely just on one social media platform, because you never know what can happen tomorrow. But I definitely use Instagram a lot. But in the course, I teach you how to create your videos that you can post on Instagram, but then you can repost the same video on any other app, such as TikTok, Pinterest, and I also share with you all my process for filming videos. So I will show you how I film in portrait, landscape, and what you should do for that. So if you decide to post somewhere else than Instagram, I will be helping you with that. But yeah, you definitely use Instagram. I use Instagram a lot. It's very trendy at the moment. It works. It's proven to work, but it shouldn't be the only platform that you use. Hope that answers your question, Deb. Any more questions? Awesome. Well, if there's no more questions, means I made myself very clear. So yeah, guys, if you want to check out the sales page, so then we'll pop the link in again. If you have any questions at all, you can always send me a message on Instagram, just shoot me an email. I'm always happy to help. Yes, thanks, Celine. So yeah, this course is my little baby. I've always believed in digital product, and I know for a fact that it works. I have many designer friends that sell digital products, and even if it's just buying an extra coffee a week with your digital products, I think it's still worth it. And the more effort you put in, of course, the more revenue you can generate. But I know that some people, they just use pre-made design that they already had created long time ago, and they just decided one day, okay, I'm going to upload it. So literally no extra work, and they actually make some money from it. So definitely something that I recommend doing, and that is worth the extra effort. And I know it can take a bit of effort and time and energy and knowledge. So that's why I'm here to help. I'm here to give you all the steps and help you overcome any challenge, and also give you just that extra push needed. Because sometimes that's all we need. Like, we know we can do it. We just need someone to tell us what to do and when to do it. All right. Well, if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to end the Zoom meeting here. Feel free to reach out anytime. And like I said, this recording will be available again with captions. And yes, thank you. If you want to check the link, it's there. Make sure you enroll before June 1st if you want to join, because otherwise you'll miss out on the Q&As, which I believe really help. All right, I'm going to stop my video. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for staying until the end and watching everything. See you soon. Bye.